second. Oh, sorry.
Good.
Okay, we're good.
Doctor Who Christmas special. Joy to the world. I like the book ending. That where they, you have all these sort of things he jumps in and out of at the beginning of it, and then they bring it
Oh,
all
Yeah.
back at the end. It actually all these things they set up at the beginning,
I
he
like
brings it
that.
back together at the end.
It was nice. I like that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Pumpkin latte and cheese toasty, or ham and cheese toasty. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Honestly, that sounds good.
Ham and cheese toasty?
And pumpkin latte. Like just both of those things sound good.
Yeah, and there was a couple things. It was like I'm mostly very positive, like the episode. It's got the weird doctorness that you expect from Doctor Who, the sort of
Oh yeah.
wibbly wobbly stuff that you expect. But like he says, like, I've always wanted to, try living one day at a time or something like that in order. But like, what about the town of Christmas?
Oh yeah.
Like he lives for hundreds of years there. 11 did that. Now he tried to do it before in like was the Power of Three, and he couldn't sit still for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But when it came to
I think it was more of a, like, you see in a lot of it's become a trope where they like get so frustrated they knock everything off the table, and it's like, I've always wanted to do that. And it's like, didn't you do that last week? Oh yeah. I think it was one of those kind of things where it's like, I've always wanted to try living day by day. It's like, you already have. Oh yeah.
True.
yeah,
But
it's
no,
sort of reverse wanderlust.
And
yeah.
to be fair, in the compared to like the Town of Christmas one and this episode, at least nothing was trying to kill him for an entire year.
True. Although going through all those TARDISes, I was just like, have it, want it, need it, have it, want it, need it.
Of course.
I actually have a few he didn't have too, more than a
Oh
few.
no.
I have I at least that they didn't show.
Oh.
I have a TARDIS coffee press. I have a TARDIS safe. I have a few TARDIS piggy banks. I have a TARDIS lamp. I have a TARDIS hoodie, a TARDIS sweater.
And none of us are surprised.
No, I'm not Osgood. I swear, I'm American.
Yeah,
Did you hear this American accent?
I'm totally shocked.
Sure.
I also have a TARDIS necklace that I never take off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. What else? I haven't really looked it up, but I don't like most of them was okay. Like maybe I missed a quick like glance and you missed it, but I missed what like you had the people at the going through the Blitz, and then you had the woman. I think was she on the Orient Express or something?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't remember. Was that I? Was it the one who wrote Murder on the Orient Express? That seems a little late, though. It's like I don't think she wrote it in the '60s. Or it was written in the '60s. I don't know who that was supposed to be. Could have just been somebody, but it seemed like she was somebody. It seemed like she was. Yeah, I mean,
Agatha Christie wrote it in 1934.
yeah, and I thought it was the train was in the '60s or something. Could be wrong though. I could be misremembering confusing things. But Anyway, uh, yeah, she, yeah, it was, but it was one of those blanket miss. It did feel like that was somebody important, but yeah, um,
Just slightly important.
what does the doctor say? Is like, I've never met an unimportant person in my life, or something like that.
Except you. You're the most unimportant person I've ever met.
Thank you.
But let's see. So we got that. We got Villain Guard is back in the picture.
Okay,
That
so
seems to be.
refresh my memory, cause a lot of shit ton of Doctor Who. Who are they again?
Okay, you remember the episode Boom
Yes.
where he stepped on a landmine?
Oh,
They
them.
were the
Yeah.
organization that created that landmine.
Oh, okay.
They're one of the biggest weapons manufacturers, and period, done, like, full stop. That's why he's
Like that
Okay.
Burn Notice episode, they provide weapons for both sides of the conflict and um, provisions to help heal them up again so that they can keep on killing. Anything for a profit.
I mean, yeah, gotta make that money.
Quark would be proud. No, Zach would be proud.
Yeah.
And I think even Worf
Zach,
would find that
Zach,
dishonorable.
Well,
Zach
no, Quark was what I said at
Oh,
first, but
Quark,
he
yeah.
also he kind of balked. He started to do some weapons deals, but like he eventually kind of balked at that.
has gone too human.
Yeah,
And Zach,
he's
Zach,
drank too much of the root beer.
Zach before Moogie would be proud. At post Moogie, Zach would not be proud because Moogie gave him morals.
Oh God, the worst
There
thing
was
you
that
can
one
ever
time
do.
that
Morals.
the prophets screwed with Zach and
I
and made him rewrite the rules of acquisition in a different way.
I don't know if it was the prophets or he was doing that in order to try to see who his actual successor.
No, it was the prophets, because the court goes to the prophets and he has to, like, turn Zek back. Well, he's a Grand Nagus. He needs to be greedy. This one is also aggressive. Perhaps we should restore him to a previous state where the Ferengi were not always this way, or something like that. There's a whole thing. Like,
I don't remember. You are the DS9 expert. I will. I am not as prolific into DS9, so you know the lore a lot better than I do.
but yeah,
Take a
yeah,
drink. We talked about Star Trek.
yeah. Put your bingo card. That's Star Trek's basically a free space because it's sci-fi.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna find something that sort of parallels it. The bootstrap was interesting.
Yeah,
how did how did he know? Just
you're the
it just
spitting
bootstrapped
image
it.
of Bootstrap Bill Turner. I mean, sorry, wrong continuity.
Yeah, this is just bootstrap it. Where did it come from?
Oh.
Where did Beethoven's music come from? That's a reference.
Yeah, I like that he self-referenced from like a decade ago now.
Oh God. It was a decade ago.
Almost.
What else?
Um.
Mm, mm. If I don't really know that much about theology, it's not one of the areas I study
Fair enough.
prolifically, at least modern mythologies. But I'm more into the ancient mythologies than any of the modern Judeo-Christian mythologies. But
Fair enough.
wasn't Jesus born on 0 AD or 32 BC? And didn't the whole calendar start after his death
I,
and resurrection?
is that how that works?
I thought
Yeah, I'm
the
not.
calendar started at his death and he was born 32 BC.
I think it's actually it's. I think it's birth. I could be wrong though,
Either way, didn't they say
because it's in the
1
it's
AD?
AD is in the year of our Lord, not after death. So it's probably set from when he was supposed to have been born
But
to
either
then
way, it
like
would have been 0 AD then, not 1 AD, right?
I don't know.
it's hard to say.
Because they put 1 AD
You
at the
kind of got what
beginning.
they were going for though. You know, now you know why there's no room at the inn.
Uh, Also, 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 was it Jesus was born in the springtime, not on Christmas.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it was probably spring, if, based on how it's described. But like, I think
Ah, the exact
people
year
have
of
looked at
Jesus,
this.
according to Google, the exact year of Jesus' birth is unknown, but most scholars believe it was between 6 and 4 BC.
Well, you see, the thing is, they don't take they don't take in the leap years. They keep on forgetting the leap years. And 2,000 years worth of leap years is a long time.
Well, and maybe when they set the initial AD line, it wasn't actually precisely accurate
That's true.
because it probably would have taken a while for them to get enough sort of political capital and such to set the calendar to 0 at his birth. So they may have lost a few years exactly when it was, and so it was a little bit off. But other than that,
That's
but
true.
this is also, if you were using Gemini's, who knows if that's actually correct or not. AI is not entirely uh,
Trustworthy.
accurate at the moment.
I'm looking at Wikipedia, but would
Okay.
also not 100% accurate, but
Yeah, anything back that far is going to be a lose. You said it was 4 to 6, so
yeah.
even they don't have. Even if the best, our current best, like people who've looked
The
at this,
the
like
t-
the
the
people who study this have not kind of come to a conclusion as to exactly when this would have happened. So if it's off a few more years, eh.
Yeah.
two main approaches have been used to estimate the year of Jesus's birth, one based on accounts in the gospel of his birth being within the reference to King Herod's reign, which ended at like 1 BC or something. And let's see. Go away. There is that stupid little triangle thing that keeps popping up. The other is by subtracting his stated age of about 30 years old when he began preaching. So,
Yeah. It's
but also he was
you know,
not born in on December 25th. They chose it to coincide with the winter solstice.
yeah. From what I understand, people who've looked at this thing, oh, well, he would have been born in the spring and that sort of thing, and it's, but yeah. So even so, you know, the Doctor Who was taking liberties with it, but the date is still a little fuzzy. So, eh.
Eh, eh.
Not gonna. not gonna hit him with anything. Oh, but I did love the. That's why there's no room at the inn. All the time travelers have gone to see it, and they've booked all the hotels.
That was nice at the end. It's like, hey, you want to jump at the time hotel? It's like, okay.
Yeah, that was sweet. Like, see, he didn't forget about you.
Though this does bring up an interesting thing with like this exists now. This time hotel exists now, and if you know where their doors are, like he can only get stuck for so long in time, like he did with the Weeping Angels. Like he could only get stuck for so long before he'd be back at the time hotel, and then he could, do that. But it's interesting that they brought up that he talked about the Weeping Angels during this thing, because I saw some, like, I got mildly spoiled for the episode. It didn't really tell me anything because it was just sort of the first bit of what it was, and I kind of turned it off from there. But like Anita joining the time hotel, like what if Anita is Mrs. Flood, and that's the reason she knows as much as she does is because she spent that year with him, and he doesn't recognize her, like, because she's older. But the reason he doesn't, why she's older, could either be because when she decided to retire, she decided to retire back at the time of, when she knew the doctor, or she retired from the time hotel when she knew the doctor, not long afterward, or maybe since they brought up the angels when he was talking to her about it, that sort of seeding a thing where she's going to be, she's going to get angeled back in time, away from the time hotel, sent back to there, and had to live up to that point as Mrs. Flood. And so that's why she's older at that point.
Huh.
Interesting.
I could see that, but I probably still thinks Master.
I don't know about Master, but definitely
Mrs.
not
Flood has
exactly.
something weird.
Yeah.
She's wibbly wobbly. She's timey
Yeah.
wimey. We don't know exactly how wibbly wobbly and how timey wimey, and in which way she is wibbly wobbly and timey wimey, but we definitely know that she is wibbly wobbly and timey wimey.
Or she's the Mad Monk.
The meddlesome monk.
Yeah, meddlesome monk.
That I would wholeheartedly approve of that, although personally I prefer Rufus Hound. Uh because he's so much fun. There is a new series in Big Finish, Once in Future, and one of the stories involves the meddlesome monk, Sarah Jane, the fourth Doctor, I believe it was, Kate, and Osgood.
Oh my.
I was just like, I walked like half a mile to work because the buses weren't running yet, and I didn't even notice. I was just like, yes. I was squeeing like during the entire thing.
It's like, yes.
Absolutely. Almost as much fun as Missy and the Monk, which is an actual box set. One of the Missy stories, serials. But anyways, I doubt I would be very happy if it was the Monk or the Ronnie or even Dax. Drax. That one classmate of his from that one episode. like in that he was one of the Deca. He was
Yeah.
there with the fourth Doctor.
But yeah, I figure I'd bring it up just because I saw it, and it's not a spoiler because it's just a theory, just an idea, and they have no more knowledge available to them than we do. People who are putting forth this thing. I didn't watch it all. I just saw that as a little snippet, and it's like, oh yeah. After having watched it, like yeah, that could work. And the angel would explain why she was older, and but I don't know.
Yeah, that is another theory.
Just more to the fact that they brought it up while they were having the conversation. That's a very Davies thing to do, is to seed something and then pay it off way later.
That is definitely a Davies thing to do.
And
it would give Anita a little defense against the angels. It's like, oh, I know what these things are. Like, she may lose against them, but she'd at least, maybe she saves a bunch of people from the angels while losing.
and it looks like Ruby might come back.
No,
Uh,
but it was a nice little send off for her, I think.
Was that really a send off? Like, I couldn't really tell.
Well,
She was calling her mom, wasn't she?
Yeah,
That was kind of the whole thing. The whole reason why she kind of left, was her character left, was she wanted to spend time with her mom because
yeah,
she'd never been able to.
Yeah, she now has two moms, and not in the other way.
Ooh la la.
Although I think it was referenced that her adopted mom is gay. That's not the meaning of the two moms in this case.
I know. But
Well,
trust
you
me,
could
there's a fanfic out there somewhere.
But let's see. It was interesting to see the Doctor also arguing with himself again.
Yeah.
I know. Stop arguing with yourself. This is why everybody names you. It's like, oh my god, I don't have any chairs. I love that. I mean, to be fair, he probably does. I mean, that TARDIS is huge.
He did at one point.
Yeah, see?
I mean, he does have a pool in there at some place.
Yeah, he's cool.
he had jump seats during his like, what was it, the 11th and 12th Doctor.
Yeah, I don't remember very well. They didn't. It wasn't a a prominent thing, but it did. That was
He had seats, like,
yeah.
He had in the second Doctor era actual chairs.
Oh my
Like,
god, actual chairs.
yeah, actual chairs. Because there was one scene in the Mind Robber where Jamie was taking a nap on one of them and having
Now
a
I just want to see this.
being attacked by a unicorn.
Scotland's national animal. Now I just want to see the Doctor get like a really ugly couch secondhand. Like they're throwing it out. It's utterly hideous. Like, but it's done up. Like they get it custom done and sort of try and wear it down a little bit, intentionally understuff it and kind of rub it, give it some distress so it looks older. But it's done up in the Sixth Doctor's like his sort of rainbow outfit.
Yes.
Like it's a hideous couch done in that style. It looks kind of
Yes.
distressed, and somebody they're throwing it out. It's like, and they're like, "Why would you want this? This is hideous. We're trying to get rid of it." No, I love it. I don't know why, but it gives me some nostalgia. I don't quite nailed down why. Oh yeah, that guy.
Hey, I like Six's coat. It is classic.
But it's very doctor.
It
It's very
is.
doctor.
Oh, most definitely.
Well, I
And
forget who said it was. Like they recognize you anywhere or something. You know, terrible fashion sense. Might have been River. Like terrible fashion sense. You know, something or other. You know, I'd know him anywhere. When she was talking, I mean, when she was talking to 12, but didn't know 12 was the doctor yet.
yeah, oh
Uh,
yeah, it was the Husbands of River song.
yeah, yeah. You can't miss him. You know, terrible fashion sense. Something
Like,
or other. That's what they
hey,
call it.
I
But
have great,
how she all
I have great
but
fashion sense. Thank you very much.
but yeah, that was funny. What else was it?
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah,
with
but
his,
yeah, I just want to see a big couch. It just has a big couch that sort of it looks super comfy, but just sort of like it's been done in by the years, so it looks a little worse for wear, but not like so bad that you couldn't use it. And it's like, but it's all done up in like you know, it's done up like Six Doctors coat. It's like, yeah, I like that. It's hideous. I don't care. I like it.
yeah, if he likes it, that's no problem. Oh, to be fair
Yeah,
with his fashion statement and being a time traveler, he's either years ahead of the curve or years behind.
or both at the same time.
Yeah.
But it would clash with the rest of his stuff. Though he does have the jukebox, I think, in there. It's been a while since we've
Hey,
seen the inside of the new TARDIS, so it kind of would if you kind of get a couch that matched the jukebox, it would kind
jukeboxes
of
are
with the rest of the
timeless.
no, well, it's sort of it has this very like the rest of the aesthetic is just super clean and super over bright and clean and you know all that, and then you just have the jukebox in there, which is this one little bit of color in the entire thing, and
I think
then
it
the
fits pretty well. I think it suits him pretty well. Suits the aesthetics of the room really well.
Yeah.
it's just sort of it's the one thing in the room that's sort of not stark, like super clean and whatnot. It's sort of this nice sort
Okay, that's not
of
stock. It's Rogers. It's not Stark. It's Rogers.
it's a, it's a good thing I'm doing this via headset because that allowed me to just literally walk away from the device I was on. I physically walked away from the device. I can still talk to you, but I'm walking away from it. Yes, I would like to see some couches. Either has to be it should be big, heavy, and comfy, so that it doesn't go anywhere when the TARDIS bounces around. It can either be TARDIS blue or it should look like the Sixth Doctor's coat.
or
That's my
or
suggestion.
or or TARDIS blue, but with a Sixth Doctor coat cushions.
Oh, throw pillows. Maybe some Sixth
Yes.
Doctor throw pillows.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. And a blanket over the side with the coloration of the Fourth Doctor's scarf.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Something like that. Yeah. You do. Yeah, you do.
That
Yeah.
would be
Or yeah,
perfect.
especially
I want that. Oh, I want that couch.
especially if it's
I
like
want
one of
that
those
couch.
one of those crochet ones, like Roseanne had on the back of
Yes.
the couch. It's something like that. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
I want that couch now.
How,
Now you desire something that does not exist. Congratulations.
Yes.
how the hell did we get
It
into
needs to
interior
exist
Well,
decorating?
we were talking about
because
the
it's
big
too.
thing when he was talking to himself. He was yelling about you don't have chairs, you don't have seating. Nobody comes around because you don't have any chairs. And so it's like, well, what kind of chairs would the doctor have? What would fit? What would go well? There you go. It's not that. It's not that far off. We didn't actually. That one was actually not that far off from the episode. That was completely relevant to the episode. If he does get chairs,
Yes.
what should they look like? So we were actually staying pretty on task
Yes.
for once.
I know,
And
it's just funny.
it is 100% like absolutely my kind of couch. I would totally rock that couch.
Oh yeah. But it shall be leather.
Nah.
So I don't get like how
Leather's too
how
creaky.
how does the
oh!
Yeah.
Sorry. Before we
Yeah.
move on, I just want one more thing in. Little chairs, okay, chairs. But in addition to the couch, there's chairs to go around, and each of them is like generally based off of the design of one of the former new Who doctors. Like ninth one is leather. There's a little chair, leather chair for the ninth, and then you have like you know tens, like you know it's pinstriped. It's like a blue, maybe a blue pinstripe, depends on which one you want to go with. Like the blue pinstripe, and then you have tweed. There's a tweed one, or one with patches of tweed for 11, and then 12. There's like it's sort of. I'm not sure how you make 12, but you could do it. I
No,
trust
no,
they
no.
could do
12,
it.
12 is easy. 12 would have that, that jacket he has, that dark blue one with the red inlay?
Yeah,
That,
be something based on that.
where the
Yeah,
seat, where the seat would be that that red like satiny inlay, and the chair itself would be like an armchair style thing with that blue.
yeah, and then something with 13. Um,
13 would be easy too. It'll be a normal like kitchen chair type thing, like wooden, but the
yeah,
seats would have that rainbow shirt she wears.
yeah, but yeah, all of them like yeah. I'm
And
sorry
they
to jump
and
back on the
arms, and the armrest of it would be yellow, the yellow like her suspenders.
but yeah, it
See,
just
I
sort of.
use suspenders, not braces. I'm American.
But yeah, sorry, it the interior direct decorating sort of we got into that vibe, and I was like, ooh, you could do this too. But
Oh yeah, that's
yeah, anyway,
understandable.
back to what you were saying. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh no
We got
problem. So how does the time hotel work where it doesn't, mess up the timeline?
Because you don't actually, because you never are there when somebody is in the room, because there's an override, which is, the doctor overrode that, but it's locked as long as there's somebody occupying that room to begin with. You go in cosplay so that you blend in, and it's just like, oh, that room's occupied now. They probably have some sort of thing that overrides the systems
Yeah,
in the hotel that say, "Oh, there's somebody there now."
Ah.
yeah. And there was a little bit of hand wavium, like he was saying, like, well, they're paradox proof. They've because they're connected in such a certain way. They've established stuff. They're paradox proof.
And to be
And so
fair, I don't know how it works in Britain or whatever, but here in America, it usually works by that extra door is just the door that connects one room to another room.
Oh, I know.
yeah, yeah,
I think
that was what
think
you could.
most people actually know that. It was just a little hand wavy
Oh, I
device.
know, I know. I just don't know if it's the same in in Britain. If it's
It's
just like you open the
pretty,
door, huh?
pretty sure it is. It's kind of a one sort of an emergency door, but two, it's more if you have like family traveling together, you get adjacent rooms so that you could open the door so parents can like poke in about their kids to make sure they're not misbehaving and
Are
stuff.
you behaving, children? Because if you're not, the doctor's gonna come and take you away.
Actually,
Force feed you
uh,
pumpkin lattes and ham and cheese toasties.
actually, that's not really the aside from the ham part because I don't eat pork, but that's not really the threat you might think it is because I don't know about the rest of you, but I, aside from my sister who is like demonstrably anti-doctor,
Oh my
uh,
god.
the rest of my family would not mind going to be abducted by the doctor.
Yeah, but
It really only works on Dalek children.
yeah.
No, because my nephew still would love going to visit the to be carried away by the doctor, especially Seven. He's buddies with Seven.
Here's the thing, though. Doctor's great. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love the doctor. Great at everything. His track record with companions is not great.
I don't know about that. He's had a lot more companions than you give him credit
Oh,
for.
I know.
Only a
Yeah,
few of
and
them have
most of
died.
them, yeah, some of them have died, but some of them are just fine.
Most of them are
Sometimes they
just
get time
fine.
displaced. I
Most
mean,
of
Or
them are
turn
fine.
into a
Martha's fine.
Cyberman.
Huh?
Or turn into a Cyberman.
That was one time.
Well, technically
One time
two
with
if you count PE.
what? Huh? You
Technically
count
two
who?
if you count PE as a companion.
Eh. Let's see. Um.
Rose is in a different dimension, or
Okay. So starting at the beginning, the teachers went back to their own time. Susan was left with a guy she just met but had like a little romance, a budding romance with. And he's like, you know what? You two should go off and be happy. I'm just going to get in your way. I think he just pawned her off on that David guy. Although according to the audio dramas, she did marry him and have kids. So who knows? Um, let's see. Vicky left of her own accord because she fell in love with a Trojan, I believe.
Oh my.
Um, I'm not talking about the condoms.
Oh
Uh,
my.
let's see. Steven, if I remember correctly, went home. Dodo, I don't remember what happened to Dodo. Oh yeah, she got left in 1960s when he picked up Ben and Polly. Ben and Polly went home. Jamie got his memory erased by the Time Lords and sent back home. Victoria found a new. She met the doctor around the same time her dad died, although her dad died due to due to incidents there where the Daleks killed him, basically.
Ugh.
And the doctor ended up stumbling upon the Daleks' plan, blah, blah, blah.
Such is life.
So she ended up traveling with the doctor because she had nowhere else to go. And so then she found a nice home with some nice family and then ended up possessed by the great intelligence.
I am the
But
great
that's
intelligence.
that that's a whole other story. Literally, because that happened in downtime. Um, which was where we first meet Kate Stewart. Um, let's see. Zoe again sent back to her home time. Liz, I mean Liv, no Liz, Liz Shaw. She went on to teach at Cambridge, I believe. Joe left because she fell in love and got married and had like a billion kids. Well, 7 kids and like 14 grandkids. Ugh. Uh, I agree with I agree with Osgood. I don't know how she does it. You don't need me to draw a diagram, do you, darling? Like, no, that's not what I mean. Uh, anyways, um, Sarah Jane, she went back home, had her own spin-off series. Let's see, Harry went back home, did have some more adventures with the Fourth Doctor and also I believe the Seventh Doctor for a bit. And was displaced in time. That's a whole other story, but that's Big Finish. Let's see. Let's see. Um, Romana left of her own accord. Adric died. Um, oh, I know the actress's name. I forget the. Let's see. Tegan left of her own accord and came back and left again. Um, Sarah Sutton's character, I can't remember the name right now. Nissa left. I don't remember how Nissa left, but she left. Oh yeah, she left because she wanted to help save this race from a plague.
Oh.
Um, so she left of her own accord. Um, Trello left because he went back home to be a prince because he was a prince from another planet. Um, let's see. Um, what's her name? Perry. Perry went and the doctor thought she died, but she actually ended up becoming queen of Cro- uh, not Krynos, I think it was. She became some warrior queen. Um,
Nice.
Mel left with um Severin Glit because he offered her a ride home. Um, Ace, we never see what happened, but the stories said the plan was for her to join the Time Lord Academy and become the first off-world Time Lord, but apparently, according to New Who, she somehow ended up going home.
It's like, this isn't for me. I'm going home. See you later. Bye. Adios.
So it depends on what continuity you follow based on that, because the original storyline was she was supposed to go become a Time Lord, train in the um, Paradigm Academy, but or Prydonian Academy, whatever it was. Rose got trapped in another dimension. Adam got hold on one sec.
Hmm. 1 second later.
Okay, sorry about that. Well, Adam got abandoned because he was kind of a bit of a skeeve.
Yeah.
Jack, we all know what happened to Jack.
Yeah.
He became head of Torchwood. Um, let's see.
Although, would you
Uh,
really
And then
call?
just ahead.
huh? Oh yeah,
And then just ahead.
Although, would you really call Jack a companion? I mean,
yes, he was a companion.
Mm.
He was
okay.
officially a
Yeah.
companion. He traveled with the Doctor. Jackie also was technically a companion and got sent to another dimension. Martha left of her own accord. Donna had her memory erased because
And then came
she had
back.
time in her, and then came back and got all fixed up. Um, let's see. Amy and Rory got trapped in the past, but they lived full and happy lives. Um, Clara died.
Ah, see,
Okay, of
died.
all of them, of the many, many
Eh.
I listed, you had. Oh, I forgot Sarah Kingdom also died, but that was kind of
Aha!
ruined.
Aha!
She was barely a companion. She was literally in like 2
And
episodes
and
of
and
one 10-episode
and
story.
technically speaking, Jack died many times.
Yes, but
So
he always comes back.
if you count
Sarah
all the
Kingdom
times
died.
he died.
Sarah Kingdom died by evaporation, if I remember correctly, because she ended up getting thrown through a time portal or something.
I am
Um,
honestly surprised you remembered all his companions.
I once
Well,
there was this one program back in the early 2000s called called something Dragon Cave or Dragon Cove or something, where you like created dragons by hatching eggs and stuff, and breeding them together and stuff. And I had all of the companions,
Oh dear
including Sarah Kingdom,
God. Oh dear God.
uh through up through the, at that time, current Doctor, which was 10. Oh yeah, Lady Cassandra D'Souza went off to have her own spin-off series and kind of have a little ship with Sam Bishop. Uh she has kind of a Catwoman Batman relationship with him. Um let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Bill got turned into a Cyberman. And
Which is probably worse than death.
I mean, she was a free Cyberman.
Yeah, true. I wonder what she's doing now.
I don't know. Um, she kind of became a companion to that puddle of water girlfriend of hers. Um,
yeah.
let's
Then
see. Then there was the trio um from the
yeah,
13th.
all three of them, all of
They
them
all lived.
eventually,
They all lived,
they
including
all left.
they left, but they lived.
Yeah,
So his
eventually all
track
left
record
for their own.
isn't as bad as you make it out to be.
Okay,
Just
fine.
Like,
there's a lot of people being thrown into a different dimension, and a couple of Cybermen, and
I
and
I
that's if you
one
count
of them got
PE.
one of them got pulled from his own dimension and then killed eventually. That was Adric. Adric is originally from E-Space, and the barrier between E-Space and N-Space is where Romana ended up leaving the Doctor to help patrol the borders until she ended up apparently going back to Gallifrey and becoming the High President at some point. Um, but yeah, only like 3 or 4, depending on your context, out of about 50 some have died. That's pretty high odds in favor
Yeah,
of survival.
in percentages, the new Who is a little riskier, but in terms of percentages for new Who, it's a little riskier than being a classic companion. Those seem to all
Yeah.
they all left of their own volition at some point. Like there's like one death, and like everybody else is like, oh yeah, they
No,
left or they.
there were
Oh yeah,
technically possibly 2 deaths depending on how you count Sarah Kingdom.
yeah. But yeah, the new Who, it's a little higher percentage, but
That's only
yeah,
because there are fewer companions because it hasn't been around as
yeah,
long.
yeah. But there's been more shoving people into other dimensions and other
Yeah,
things
but they
going on.
haven't died.
Yeah, but they can't
And
also.
if you ask me, I think they were a little better off because she went from being a nobody shop girl and the mom of a nobody shop girl who was doing odds and end jobs to make ends meet, living in the projects basically, which is what the estates are. You know, a couple of slum girl bottle blondes ending up getting trapped in a dimension where one, her dad's alive now, or husband, depending on which of the girls you are talking about. You know, Jackie ended up getting pretty good off the deal. Her husband's alive and rich, and her daughter's with her. And apparently Jackie had another kid. So, and Rose, aside from she's in love with the doctor, oh my gosh. Oh well. She's trapped in a dimension that, oh, look, she is a big somebody there because she works for Torchwood. Her dad is a super rich, like, businessman. Her ex-boyfriend, who probably is current boyfriend now, since there's no. Oh wait, no, she has Meta Doctor.
Meta crisis.
Yeah,
Meta crisis.
she has Meta Crisis Doctor with her, so she even has her own copy of the Doctor. So I don't think that's a loss.
Okay then.
That's a net gain. Okay.
Um.
So you
Okay,
cannot
fine.
count Rose as a loss.
Okay, fine. Being companion has its benefits.
Okay.
Well,
Like,
especially since unit has started to pick up the companions, is actually
yeah.
now taking more effort to pick up the companions after they leave the TARDIS and making them into you know
Although
their own little agents.
although to be fair, they also were doing that before Kate took over um because Martha was a unit soldier, a unit doctor as well. So
Yeah, but it seems like the same. Yeah, they're still doing it, but
yeah,
they seem to
Kate.
be doing it more thoroughly now.
Yeah, but I mean, Kate also is kind of an you know the doctor is family basically,
Yeah.
and
Oh, and
and
it doesn't hurt to have people who know more about the universe than most people.
yeah.
That's
And
true.
Kate's assistant is basically the doctor's number one fan. So she knows, she's like, "Oh, another companion. Can we keep her? Can we keep her? Can we keep her?" Tell me that's not what Osgood would say. You can't because I'm not Osgood, but I would.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think we've wandered a bit here.
Oh, I guess I should
But
say I did not like I did not like Joy. Yeah, she's like one like one was like personal, more of she shares a name with a family member that I don't really get along with, so partly that. And two, I hate people that act fake nice.
I don't think it's
Oh,
so much
well,
she's fake nice.
you're good.
I don't think it's so much she's fake nice as she's a people pleaser. There's
I
a difference. there is a difference, and there is a very big difference because most people pleasers are conflict avoidant, so they just want to make sure everyone is happy,
Oh,
and so
she didn't really seem conflict avoidant to me. She was like, "Oh, just like a man to mansplain to me." Like, really? Like,
I mean, he was mansplaining. Of course, I mansplain all the time, so.
no, you they splain. I don't know. Like I feel sorry for her mother and all that stuff because I'm guessing she was talking about COVID when she couldn't see her
Yeah.
mother, like obviously,
Well,
and stuff
you
like that.
saw in the you saw in the episode, like
Yeah,
at the end.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. She just
It
rubbed me
was
the
an
wrong
emotional
way.
time for her. It was an emotional time for her also,
That's true.
because
That's why I give her some leg wiggle room.
anyway.
Yeah, some leeway. But I do honestly
Yeah.
wonder, like, how many Christians became unhappy. It's like, oh my god, so she's the star? That's blasphemy.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
But yeah,
Because
and all I'm thinking about. But
I thought it was hilarious and very like a little too mythological for my taste, but then again, they had an episode of Troy in the first Doctor era, so.
And that's true.
but yeah, my thought was also with her was at the end when the Doctor comes back. Is like, is he getting bad wolf flashbacks?
Oh god.
You're
Yeah,
not
that's right.
supposed to do that.
Yeah, that is true. Rusty D is pulling out old tricks. It's like, although to be fair, we didn't get a whole bunch of like little hints throughout the season because there wasn't much of a season about Joy, but the episode itself was like a Bad Wolf reference type thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to go through the entire episode and seed the ending into it, which is just good storytelling, honestly.
Ha ha! I was right. Okay, so what's the next season? Season 15.
Season 2.
They restarted the numbering when they moved to
Yeah,
Disney.
because the so the 2005 series is series 1 through whatever it was,
Okay, so
and it's season 2 coming up.
this article has like the numbers wrong, but if they still kept them going, it would be 15, right?
I don't remember.
Well, anyways, if it is, summary: Russell T. Davis confirms Millie Gibson, Ruby Sunday will return in Doctor Who season 15. David explains Ruby's potential departure in season 14, but confirms she'll be part of the season 15. The story of Ruby and her family continue in season 15 with new adventures and yes. So I was right. She's gonna return as a companion, or maybe like a side character. Side character.
As a character, but not
Yeah.
necessarily as a companion, because they have shown the new companion.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, it would be 15.
Wait, they have? It isn't the Time Hotel lady, is it?
In promo materials.
Oh, okay.
Not in the episode. In
Okay.
promo materials, they've shown the new companion.
Okay, it confused me for a second. Let's see. How did it go before I end? The flesh shall rise. Something. The something shall burn.
Oh, the seed shall rise, the flesh shall burn. I don't remember. I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
That's true. Same. Okay. Although one thing that did confuse me. So I guess it only disintegrated them if it could move on to another person. But then it probably moved on to like a bunch of people, and the T-Rex ate it. So how did she not, go all poof?
Because she she pushed it out. He forced her to be angry, and that anger overrode the controls.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like, how when you get angry, sometimes you get a little literally hot-headed,
Yeah.
and it kind of creates like a fever, and that fever burned out any of the energy that could have caused her to disintegrate.
Okay.
Now I'm just
And
thinking about
that's why it had to
there's
be
a
anger.
T-Rex in there.
Okay.
There's just a T-Rex in that whole like gallery of there's just at least one T-Rex in there.
Oh.
It's just
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep on thinking of more stuff. But
this
Actually, I heard recently that T-Rexes probably didn't sound like that. It probably sounded more bird-like of a screech.
Okay. I keep on thinking of more stuff. I have a mini theory on this episode.
Yeah.
So, when they went back 60 billion, however many years ago, right? And ran to T-Rex, right? What if that was the time where that one Solarian, or however it's pronounced, found the
Silurian?
found the door into the Time Hotel?
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
But hold on.
Mini theory.
Hold on. Silurian period was 425 million years ago.
Damn.
Let's see. T-Rex time period. 83.6 million years to 66 million years ago.
So not quite. Oh no, I mean we do have them like in present time, so maybe like
well, they were just he was in the caves and he was lost, so
Yeah.
they were under they might have been under they're probably underground at that point.
Yeah.
So
Wait. Somebody had to have built that outpost then.
Yeah. They probably did. It was probably the Time Hotel built it.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I can see that. It's like, hey, want to go see a dinosaur? We are not responsible if said T-Rex eats you.
Yeah. It was probably the Time Hotel created the Cretaceous
Okay, before I think of more stuff, I got one more thing. It's like, yeah, we bring it to like 30 minutes before, but it's still microwave. Everything can be perfect. It's like nothing. It's like, yeah, we bring it out to like 30 minutes before you order it.
Oh yeah.
But it's still microwave.
It's 30 minutes in the future or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But they already know your order before you make it, so that.
Yeah. It's still microwave. Nobody's perfect. And then he made his and then he made the microwave in the other hotel
Figure on the inside.
It's not supposed to be like that.
It's like they're not.
Well, I got nothing more.
He also made Anita's car dimensionally transcendental.
Why is it blue though?
And blue. And he made it so that the sat nav only takes her where she needs to go, not where she wants to go. Which explains the TARDIS fully.
You need milk. You are going to store.
I said that before.
Oh, I guess that's that. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.